Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to the first Edge of Eternities stream. Can't be worse than the Final Fantasy streams went for us, so, although, we'll see. Anyway, before we get started, just a quick reminder, this stream is brought to you by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pick up Edge of Eternities. You can even pre-order Spider-Man there, too. There it is. You can pre-order Spider-Man and pick up any other number of great items that they have on their website, magic related. Otherwise, they have a lot of great stuff on there. So check them out definitely. And if you're looking for a direct link, I will put that in the comments section. It's already in the description, but by the time you watch this, it will be in the comments section as well. So you can check out everything that they have. Ultimately, they are a local game store. I do like to work with them because of that. They've been tremendous for the channel and awesome to work with. And they're a local game store for their area, which is really cool. So thank you all for, I know if you watch the channel a lot, you hear that spiel quite a bit, but it is important. So, you know, especially for folks that don't have a store locally that are looking to pick up products at a good price and have good service. So anyway, I'll give it a few moments here, let people come in. Make sure everything's looking all right. My second computer, I need a new computer. The computer I actually run the game on is cool, but I have a second computer that I do run the other stuff on, and it is slow. And it's old, so someday. Someday. All right. I'll take the slide down if I can ever get there. All right. There we go. All right. So, and it freezes sometimes, which is no bueno. All right. So, Edge of Eternities. I'm going in sort of blind. I did a little bit of research, tried to see what kind of archetypes are out there for the various color combinations. We'll see. Hopefully everything's good. So we'll see how it goes. I might as well get started with the drafts. I switched my... Hang on a second. This computer is... I'm afraid it's going to freeze on me. Someday. All right. Okay, maybe that's better. Maybe not. Okay. All right. Well, let's get started with the draft, and hopefully everything will be okay. All right. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not very familiar with this set. I know of some of the cards that have come up in the Market Watch videos that we've discussed on the weekends. Other than that, I've done a little bit of research about archetypes and some of the key cards, but honestly, I'm going in sort of blind here again, unfortunately. I wanted to get a little more time to study the set or even play a game, not on stream, but just didn't have the time. When this enchantment enters, if you cast it, shuffle your hands and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. The first spell each player casts during each of their turns may be cast without paying its mana cost. Okay. Well, that's interesting. In limited, though, I don't know how great that is. Now, this is a 3/4 flyer. When you look at the top card of your library, anytime you may cast artifacts from the top of your library. Artifacts you control have tap to add blue mana. Now, this is something I feel like we can work with in limited. Hey, Joseph. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully this goes better. We'll see. I like our first pick, though. I think it's all right. Not that I would know, but I think it's all right. What else is in blue? Enchant an artifact or creature you control. The first time you create one or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens. That's a copy of the enchanted permanent. Okay. If we have a way to create tokens, that could be actually pretty good. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and draw a card. Pretty decent. This creates a lander token. If we wanted to do like ramp, I mean, we could take the rare here. What I don't love about this, yes, there are no birds in this set, thankfully. That was a massacre. What I don't love about this card is it kind of does nothing until you create... Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. I might go with this. Like, I don't want to play something that's going to do nothing. If I already had some ways to create tokens, maybe I would, but... target artifact or creature owner puts on... Okay, yeah, Lost in Space. It's tempo / removal. That's probably going to be pretty good here. That's not too bad. What's in green? I kind of like green because green blue would be ramp. So that's interesting too, actually. But I think I'm going to take the removal spell here, since we're maybe cut off blue or try to cut off blue. That could be good, especially if we get some decent artifacts. Trample. Whenever this creature enters, create a land or token. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 engage vigilance at haste on the turn. Now it's, I mean, it's a little expensive, but we don't have 2 life and a lander token. I might take that. We don't have any artifacts yet, so we'll see. Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, this set seems to have some good, some really good removal spells. I did notice that when I was looking through the cards. For limited, anyway. Right now, I'm not feeling like we're getting a ton of artifacts here. I might take that, actually. That seems like, for 4 mana, this seems decent. With Warp and this ability attached to it as well for a 3/2. I don't think that's a bad card. Let's see here. 4/4 for 4. Can get +1/+0 till end of turn, but it does have Trample. I may take that. So I'm not seeing a lot of artifacts passed our way, so at least not in pack 1. So I might try to stay away from the artifact stuff in blue and maybe go with the ramp stuff. Here's another one of these. I mean, if we can ramp a little bit, maybe Simic, little Simic ramp, and then we can have a higher end, it'll be fine. There's another one of those things. Now, here is a cheap artifact. We also got a couple blue creatures here. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I might go with that, actually. Another one of those. Target creature. It gains trample and indestructible till end of turn. Good combat trick. Here's a removal spell, so take that. A little conditional, but that's fine. Whenever a creature you control with +1/+1 counter on it dies, draw a card. I might take that. Look for some +1/+1 counter synergy. We don't have any 2-drops yet. Our curve's a little heavy, but I mean, we're in the right colors for that, so we'll see. Has reach. Maybe. I don't know if we play that, but we're not really casting 2 spells a turn, probably, with these, with what we got so far. Let's see. That's a black spacecraft. Yeah, true, Joseph. That's true. And 1 mana of any color. Well, I don't think we need that. This I kind of like. What's this do, though? This creature enters with +1/+1 counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, put its counter on target creature you control. that actually plays well with the other card we had. So maybe I'll just grab that. Hopefully we'll have more chances to get the... Oh, hey, coaches. I'm sorry I missed that. I'm a little behind on the chat. There's a little lag. So, the white rare, I'll keep an eye out. I kind of glanced over the rares in the first pack. But good to see you. Hey, thanks for coming by. All right. Wow, this pack is not super exciting. For what we're trying to do here. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I want to play the second one of those or even the first one, but there's nothing really there. Not even an artifact or a land. That kind of hurt. We need some 2-drops, that's for sure. Right now our curve is sort of sad. There's a 2-drop. What's it do? Top X cards of the library, where X is the number of lands you control. Put one of those cards in your hand. If the spell was kicked, put 2 of those in your hand. It's not board presence, though. I mean, it's okay. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 2. If you do create a land or token, that's not bad. We also have another one of these. I might grab this, because I do think we're going to need stuff like that. Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough pack. This is like one of the worst packs I had considering our card pool, like in draft history, I think. I mean, we could grab another one of those. Oh, there's this. Surveil 2. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. What else is here, though? Cryo Shatter is probably actually pretty good, like, removal. Ish spell. Kind of want both those cards. I might take this, though. I think that's probably the more correct pick here. I think that's just too good. Oh, and there you go. We were rewarded. Those cringe out entries, you may sack an artifact. We don't really have any artifacts yet, except for this one. So, yeah, we'll take that. I'm happy with that. It's a good 2-drop. Creature enters, tap target artifact or creature opponent controls, but a stun counter. That's not too bad. Oh, this says, oh, here's a 2-drop with Death Touch. Yeah, and another creature gets Death Touch till end of turn. Yeah, we need the 2 drops, so we'll take that. That's fine. Well, that's not very exciting. It's a 2-drop. I don't know how good of a 2-drop, a 2/1 with an ability that might at some point be relevant, but we don't have any other real choice here, so I say we take it. And if we, oh, you know what, we have to take this. I used it as the thumbnail. It's actually a good creature too, so I guess that works out. What else is here? One of those and one of those. Okay. That's actually a pretty good late pick. That's not bad. What's this thing do? Okay. I think I have one of these, right? Yeah. It's actually quite good. Well, oh. Shoot. Oh, well. There were 2 cards there that would have been decent. The auto select gave us a red card, so go figure. Go figure. Yeah, maybe we use that. Sure. Sure. Okay. Meteor Crater. Huh. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Is that a common? No, it's an uncommon. Okay. Pretty decent uncommon. Trying to just see what might wheel here. Still a little light on 2-drops, but we're kind of getting there now. Oh, look at this. Create a lander token when this creature enters. Draw 2 cards. Create a 2/2 colorless route for 8. Sure. Why not? I think the lander token will be good for our deck. Counters equal to mana. You spend to cast it. Whenever you attack, you may remove a counter from each of 2 creatures you control if you do draw a card. That's actually not too bad if we wanted to splash white. I mean, it's a little pricey though. I mean, if we really were ramping, but I don't know how how deep we are into that. That actually is probably good. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. We may need that. There's no. I mean, maybe that will wheel at this point. Perhaps. Did I take the... I didn't take this last time. That was the one we lost when the auto picked on us. There's also another one of these. Flying Hexproof. Sacrifice this creature, deals 3 damage to any target. Player draws 3 cards against 3 life. This ability costs X less, where X is the number of differently named lands. Well, differently named lands. Not going to be a thing. That actually might... Oh, you know what? I might take one more of these. I like that. I think we're kind of good on removal type stuff and tempo stuff right now. Grove of the Burn Willows. Huh. Oh, got the auto pick. I need to pay attention to the timer. I'm reading these cards for the first time is my problem. Okay, another one of these. Probably just go with this. Take the lander token and the life gain. If you do, yeah. That might be good, actually. It's actually pretty decent for such a late pick. I might take this 4/2 for 3. Sure. Here's one of those 2-drop death touch creatures. That's actually definitely going to be played, probably. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Sure. Or we could go another one of these, but I think I want the 2-drop at this point. And, I don't know if we use that, but okay. Unravel. We might play that, actually. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we ended up with here. Now this set, you know, I haven't even played it or really seen any games, so I'm not really sure what to expect from a deck generally here. So we'll see, but I don't know. It didn't seem too horrible. Oh, we ended up with Grove on that auto pick. Well, okay. Guess we got Grove of the Burn Willows now. That's a thing. Okay. Alright, so we gotta cut some cards. Let's see what's here. And we got 2 of these. I think these are strong removal spells. We may have too much removal, actually. So, we'll have to see, but I don't think this is doing much for us. Did it go? Take 2. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like that. This costs 6 to activate. Sack this artifact. Yeah. Yeah. If we attack with a spacecraft, only costs 3. Probably. It's another removal spell, but this one's less conditional. It's just expensive to activate. See, I don't really think this is going to happen often. I mean, I don't know how many times we're going to cast 2 spells a turn with this deck. We have kind of a strong curve here. Yeah, I think this is fine. It's actually quite good for a 2-drop. A lot of upside there. This one, yeah, we want the lander token. And late game, it gives us stuff to do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a good 2-drop. And then this one here, not a 2-drop really, but it does have warp. It doesn't play well with another card we picked up. Seems decent. We have one of these. Counter target spell. If the amount of mana spent to cast this spell was less than its mana value, you draw a card. So it's a 3-cost counterspell with upside. Seems good, as long as, again, we don't have too much removal. We have one of these. Again, it's removal. Conditional, but still. I think this is good. And I do think we have enough +1/+1 counters for this to matter. And it's still a 3/3 for 3. Like, even if nothing works out. Because so far, what gives us this thing has counters. That can have counters. More removal there. So we'll have to see how many other things give us counters. Okay, that's a good card to have as well, but it's, again, we're very controlling here for a Simic deck, but maybe that's okay. This doesn't really do anything. We don't have that many artifacts. Yeah, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control and draw a card. If we had more artifacts, now we do have lander tokens. I mean, I don't know. Still a 3/4 for 4. If we take a lander token, sack that for card draw, that might be good, especially if we don't need more mana. We'll keep that for right now. When this enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Each creature you control, the +1/+1 counter on it has trample. So that's good. It plays into the whole +1/+1 counter thing we're doing. It has warp too. I mean, this is just kind of a beater with trample. Like, a lot of times it'll be a 5/4. If it's not, it's a 4/4. Still good for 4 with trample. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fine 4-drop. This is good. 3/5 flyer. Surveils 2 when it enters, and you can warp. So, this thing, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast an artifact spell from the top of your library. So that's awkward. Yeah, I don't have that many artifacts. I have, what, 3, I think? I have this one, and this one. I guess I got rid of a couple of these, but I don't think they're that good. If I was all in on the artifact play, then sure, but, oh, here's one more artifact. So I have a few. I don't know if it's enough, though. On its own, it's a 3/4 flyer for 5. It does fly. Maybe I'll hang on to it for a moment. Reconsider that. Return up to 2 target non-land permanents from your graveyard to your hand, then return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I mean, we could surveil away lands and get them back later. I mean, it's kind of good to be able to bring cards back from your graveyard. Costs 5 though. I mean, black usually does this type of thing for a little more economically, I suppose. But maybe we still gotta get rid of like 5 cards though. So this creature enters, create a lander token. Yeah, I think this is good for our deck. It's a top end thing, and I think this is gonna be solid too. So, how many creatures do we actually have? We have 16 creatures. So I mean, if we can cut a creature or two if we need to. Well, I don't know if I do more than one creature, but I think we do have too much removal. So we have 2 of these, but I think they're really solid. We have this thing, which is a little more versatile. But I think if we start cutting, if we decide to cut this, we definitely cut this. Because here's the thing. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be that great for us. I mean, lander tokens would tap for blue mana. That's a thing. But we're not going to hit a whole lot on top of our library. Oh, but you can't use that mana to cast something from your hand. So, yeah, okay. I don't think that's going to work for us. Which is too bad, because I would like to have a 3/4 flyer, but not that badly. I didn't play that just because it's a 3/4 flyer. I don't know. That goes with the +1/+1 counters thing we're doing. Yeah, I think that's solid. Those are going to be good. I mean, maybe this. Do I have another? Hang on. I do like that. I don't want to lose that. 2 of these. But I think that's very solid, too. So maybe it is this. I don't know if any of that on top of all this other removal. Especially since we're not really a control deck. We're not going to be holding our mana up. Now hopefully we have plenty of mana, but I don't know. I think we just have a lot of removal. And a lot of good removal. Alright. So let's kind of reevaluate things here. You know, somewhere where we're kind of fatter on the curve probably would make sense. We got this. I mean, I think that's really good, though. It will get rid of problematic spacecraft, which you know everybody's going to be trying to play. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, I was keeping this before because I thought, well, lander tokens might be a thing, but I don't know if this is going to be good enough. It does put a ton... I don't know. It's pretty good, though, even if you just did that one time. Whenever a land you control enters... I mean, this thing is just a beater. It's not really that fancy. We don't have ways to get multiple lands into play that often. We do have lander tokens. They would do it, but even so, then what do you got? Like a 6/4 trample. Like maybe that could be the creature we cut. It'd be nice to have some larger creatures though, high end stuff, because we don't have a lot of that. I mean, I could cut this. I mean, this thing does cost 5. I like what it does, but it's one of those things, if you're already winning, it's not doing anything for you to close out the game. If you're behind, spending that 5 mana might be too slow to save you, so That's probably fine to go. Now we just need to cut one more thing. I'm getting a little tight on creatures though, right? I know I still got 15 and 9 non-creatures. So that's okay. Oops. That's okay. So it's probably either a removal spell or a support spell that's got to go. I don't really want to lose another creature at this point. This also is a removal spell for a creature. Eventually. Eventually. Maybe this is, I mean, gain 2 life, land your token. Yeah, that can probably go. Okay. So, what do we got for? We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have a lot more green. We have double green a couple times here. We do have those really cheap, like, I don't want to not hit an island though, because we have these and we have this. So I do want to make sure we're getting our islands. So I don't know if I just keep 9 and 8 on this, or if I'm comfortable going 10, 7. I might keep 9 and 8. Because these are all, like, these are 1 green. And these are all 1 green. So, yeah, let's just do that. Alright. I think we have a deck here. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know what's going to happen. There's only one way to find out. Hopefully, it's better than Final Fantasy for us. That's all I got to say about that. Alright. I'm excited. First Edge of Eternities game here. Let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed. Alright. First thing I gotta do is pay attention to what these cards do and not make any play mistakes, because that's another thing that I tend to do when I don't know what the cards do. Okay. So I think this is good hands. We'll keep it. We're on the play, I believe, as well, right? It's fancy background here. Kind of looks like a Tron thing. Not really spacey, but sci-fi-y, I suppose. Alright. Surveil 2. What do we got? We definitely want that. And we have, what, 2 more mana to play in our hand? Is that right? Or just 1? We can warp that whale too. So I think I'm okay keeping. I would probably put this and then that to give us an option for next turn if we feel like we really want to do that. Okay, so they might be going a little deeper in color. I may just run this out here. I can use it. I want to get it. Yeah. Could use it to activate this. Then we'll have a 2/2 flyer. I'm not really worried about that, so yeah, I'll probably just do that. Get in there for 2. Mutavault. Interesting. you to vault. Opponents in the tank here early on. Nothing. So they technically have, well, I don't know. They have to have this and another permanent. At this point, that's just a land. None of these things. I do have this instant. If something goes south, I could play that. So let's just attack and see what happens here. Opponent wants that one too. Oh, they got, or they still have something they're playing. Maybe, maybe. Nope. Okay. I guess we'll just keep pouring it on. I can make this a 5-3. That'd be annoying. Or a 3-3, because this does have evasion. This would be a 5-3 trample, though, too, if I buff it. That might be worth our time, actually. Another thing I could have done is warp it. I could have warped that, and then played these cards later. But at the same time, I kind of think we need to put the pressure on the board right now since our opponent is behind. So I think the right thing to do is just get the board presence. But it's something to think about in the future. Okay. That's okay. Probably do want that, so we'll take it. So we got them to use that on early on in the game, so I'll take it. We're gonna surveil, so now they got the 4-2. I don't really want to bounce that and let them surveil again. This is a 3-2. I wish I had a lander token right now. Probably throw that 3-5 flyer out there. I'm going to keep the pressure on, I think. Just attack here. If they want to trade the 4-2 with the 3-2, so be it. Okay. Could take my creature back, but I just don't think it's worth it. I'd rather save that to just keep putting pressure on our opponent. And we'll just put the creature out. We want the 3-5 flyer. Right now we got 5 damage in the air. Station's 8. But it gives everything +1/+1 counter. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, it gets to the point quickly here that if our opponent can't do something with these flyers... Oh, did I play that for warp? I did. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's alright. So yeah, pay attention to that. Warp's apparently on the right side. I should have read it. That could get a little annoying. I think we can outrun it. We do get to surveil again. That's not a bad thing. Ooh, I like that. I actually like that because I know our next turn... I guess it doesn't really matter. We have an option, I suppose. If they played something like a flyer, for example, to block what we're doing, then we have the next card. If we don't, we give our things +1/+1 counters and take it from there. We also have Lost in Space if we need it. Our opponent seems to just be stuck on land, though, at this point, like, which is unfortunate. I mean, they got plays, though. So put them to 1. And then I guess I gotta land. They gain a life. But with 4 mana, they're gonna have to get rid of both these flyers. Or find an answer for both of the flyers. I don't see that happening. Even with 4 cards in hand. They don't have any blue. They can get 1 blue, but they can't get 2 blue. I said if they had 2 of these, that'd be good for them. But they couldn't cast 2. So they're thinking. They're either thinking or we got the salty rope. One of the two. Yup. That's flying, trample. Oh, it's not stationed yet. Right. Needs 8. Yikes. Okay. Alright, well, we won the first one. I'll take it. Our deck looked pretty good. The only mistake I made was I warped when I wanted to cast, but that was actually fine. So, but so far so good. I liked our deck. I mean, our opponent struggled with land, obviously, so I don't know what would have happened if they drew better. If our deck's like really that good, you know, maybe not, probably not. So we'll see. I'd like to see it in a real matchup just to kind of see what it does, but or maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to get gems and and I don't want to see our deck in a real matchup. That would work as well. But yeah, it always sucks when you're stuck on land or you get flooded. Like, I feel bad for the opponent. Kevin McCarthy. I think he was probably pretty good at Final Fantasy, huh? Wow, this ain't Final Fantasy anymore. Alright. So we got a good start here, for sure. Some higher end stuff, but we're going to get a lander token. Sure. We're going first. I like that. A lot of good things going on in his hands. All right. Gives us an option if we do start running low on lands, which that is our last land. So we'll see here. Attack for 2. Play this. Warp to Surveil, or I could simply get a land. Or I could actually do this. It's probably not a bad idea. What's this thing do? Oh yeah, that'd probably be bad for us, huh? I mean, having this on a death touch creature is like kind of nasty. It could get rid of something really big later, but I think we should do this. Attack for the 5. Hopefully we hit a land. I mean, I don't want to take a turn off right now to use the lander token. Flyer. Becomes tapped, you may sack another creature or artifact if you do draw a card. Creates another lander token. I think we'll just attack with the death touch creature to start. Let's just try to keep the pressure on. Unfortunately, we're not hitting lands. But we do have these. It's just it's going to take a turn off at this point to use one. So it's a little awkward. That lines us up for this thing. Another one of these, huh? Well, there's a land. We're 1 mana away from that. I think I want to keep the board presence going, though. Just going to attack with these 2. Keep the pressure on. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Oh, well, there's lands. Lands for days now. Four toughness and 3 toughness if I use this right now. Probably just going to use the whale and then next turn drop this. And then the following turn drop this. Yeah. Let's not warp this time. I don't need this for sure. Yeah, we'll keep that. I think that might come in handy. We have our next few plays lined up anyway, so like I think we're good. We don't want to lose any of these creatures because they're about to get bigger. Other flyer. Yup, fair enough. Just drop this right now. just play this. I mean, I can also get this thing online. Takes 8. Which will be short 1 when I drop it. I say we drop it though, because at some point we gotta play cards. So I don't need to necessarily drop this blocker, although I don't know if I would block with it. I'm going to play this next turn. Well, I'm going to play this next turn. Yeah, I'm going to save this. Or we just take the 5. Can we just take the 5? We still have to tap something next time around. But it won't have to be this. Okay. What's this doing? Hey, yikes, okay. Beginning of your end step of a player control creature sacrifice and then put it on control. Oh, okay. Well, that hurts. It's kind of a updated this. Is that the deal here? We can do some damage. I feel like we kind of have to just do some damage and try to outrun this mess. Our opponent's got some kind of aristocrats thing going. Yeah, I think we're in a really bad place right now. If they can sack this and wipe the board, basically. So what I'm going to do... make this... This becomes a creature now, right? So now I have 3 creatures. That could outrun this abyss. Maybe. Yeah, that hurts. I want to make sure we have creatures. I'm going to play this first because it gives us an option. Put the pressure on. Let the sack a creature. Well, actually, I got the sack all our creatures. But we draw a card. Unfortunately, it wasn't the card we wanted to draw. And we get another creature. We surveil. Dump that. And we thin our deck, I guess. Although, let's not do that now. Although, yeah, let's not do that now. So now they get a card back, right? Although, or do they not? Because they played a creature? Hang on, beginning or end step if player, yeah. Well, I control the creature. Okay, got it. Kind of awkward. Sort of on the awkward side there, huh? I'm gonna thin our deck. We have to hit. We have to try to hit something. To get rid of that enchantment. We only have one land left in the deck. I mean, I could play that. I mean, I can't attack into this thing anyway. This will save us from getting damaged, I suppose. A flyer would help too. I don't know if we have any more flyers left. I think we might have one. Thank you. There it was. They want to trade, they can trade. Okay, we probably have a way to get that back, I'd imagine. That's fine. Pretty good card. Now they're just kind of going off. Yeah. Yup. I can warp and play this. That's a thing. Probably just have to keep that on top in case we have a problem. Yikes, there's a problem. This thing can still attack, and we're kind of dead. I mean, well, I can block where we would be at 1, and we lose our creature. We trade with the 2/2. Yep. That does get destroyed, though. I mean, that's a thing. Oh no, it gets the +1/+1, so no, we're still dead. And that flies anyway, so. Alright, yeah, that's game. But at least that was a good game. I I think we both had our resources, our decks played, so, and it was close. So I don't feel too bad about that. That was a big play at the end there. All right, 1-1. Man, we can't break the curse lately. I know I haven't played as much Magic recently, so I'm kind of out of practice. And these are all new cards. I played Final Fantasy and now this set, which I was very unfamiliar with. But I feel like we used to do so much better on these streams. But if I do it regularly, it'll be fine. So. Scotland. Okay. Sure. Opponent's going first. True. I'd like to win some of them though, right, Joseph? Oh, our opponent mulligans. Alright. Okay. I actually got a decent hand here. How much does this cost to activate? 3? That's pretty good. It doesn't tap either. Can't do it as an instant speed, but opponent's got to have some kind of removal or something going on here. But of course we have to attack. I'm definitely not putting the counter on it though first, because I don't think this thing's surviving. White and 2, I'm sure there's a removal spell for this 2/2. There it is. And there it is. Alright. So what do we want? We got 3-drop. Yeah, let's do that. Man, I would hate to bury this land only to not get our 5th land. That would make me very sad. But I could warp to Serval, so I think I'm going to. Man, opponent's got 4 colors. I don't know what they're playing. Well, I think we attack. Okay. The lander token. Actually, that might be good. This thing costs 7. I do have some cheaper plays though in the meantime. Probably keep that. We'll hang on to that card. We got options. And I think I'm just gonna do. Well, you know what I might do? Keep it in our deck and shuffle. Or I could just play 2 creatures. They only have 3 cards in hand. I might just play 2 creatures right now. Or no, I can't play 2 creatures. I only have 4 mana. It would be nice if I could. I could play. Well, no, that would be bad. Let's do this then. Let's do 2. Got another lander token. Let's thin our deck and let's shuffle that 7 casting cost card away. And it'll just come back later. I like that. I mean, if I could get something with some sort of power on the board, like we have a couple of removal spells, we can tempo at least a little bit here. Our opponents, I don't know what they're playing. Okay. 4-color removal, apparently. 4-color control. They're just playing the old 4-color control is all. Alright. I mean, the ability will still work on this card. I mean, that's a thing. We really want another creature in play before we mess around with that. Or even that, necessarily. So let's do this. 3-2. I may just warp. I'm waiting for a mountain to drop. Where's the mountain? Opponent's got all red cards in their hand right now. They're down to 4 red cards. I don't know what's going on. Well, we've seen 4 different lands and 2 removal spells. Is that right? Is that where we're at right now? So they played that for 2. No kicker. I'd like to keep the land coming, but I also want to put some pressure on the battlefield now. So, let's see. I mean, they have 2 black and a green. I'm sure they're going to blow this up. But you gotta take your shot, right? At this point, our opponent seems to be having some kind of struggles. Oops. Or is it no? That's right, another creature. I can't do it to itself, right? Target's having another creature, okay. Opponent took 5. I would have lost that bet. Now they got 2 islands. You gotta be able to do something, right? Okay. It's getting awkward. This is an instant, that's worth noting. Alright. Search your library for an artifact, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. Sure. I could Lost in Space that if I cared enough, but I don't think I do. Man, this is a weird control-ish sort of 4-color deck. I don't know the set well enough to know if that's a thing, but I'm kind of guessing it's not a normal thing. I don't think it says that on the little card that comes in the play booster box. Your white, blue, black, green control. I mean, they got mana. They're gonna tutor for an artifact. Should do something. This thing looks good. What's this do? Enters, target creature control. Opponent gets... Okay, so they get to kill something when they play this. And it's a 4/4 flyer. They'll kill this. Oops, that's me. That's me. My bad. I say we just keep putting the pressure on. BearBearsRVA. I actually don't mind the lands coming in here. We have plays. We have 2 tempo plays, and we have this big old creature we can play, and it's another smaller creature. I might just go like that. Not that it really matters, I guess. But I don't want to short us lands. I think we have plays right now. We're going to lose the 5-4. But we have an answer. Oh, X is the number of artifacts you control. I think I read that wrong. So, okay, we're fine then. I just thought it was automatically going to do like 4. Alright. Now's the time. So, again, I don't know what our opponent has. This is a crazy deck, so who knows? They could pull this out, but, like, I feel like we're okay here. I mean, they'll have to block the 5-4. Actually, this doesn't have trample, right? Oh, it does have trample. Ooh. So are they just dead on board? I think they're just dead. Mass for blockers. I didn't bother checking before that. Yeah. Well, I can do 1 to this. Is that a thing? Because... Or no, it won't let me do that, will it? I still have to give all the damage before. Even if it's going to die by taking 8 damage. It's not Death Touch. Alright. Yay. 2-1. So far, so good. Like it. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. I mean, our opponent, I can't say they didn't have lands. They had their lands. I don't know if the 4 different colors were giving them a hard time. They played their spells, though. I mean, we got hit with removal. They got their tutor. They got their artifact out. It was just too slow, and we just kind of ran it. So, I don't know. Thanks, Joseph. We're getting there. Let's see. Maybe we can have a successful draft for once. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. We were 2-1 last time too, weren't we? I think so. Alright. We're on the play. I like that. Got things to do. Oh, little aggro. They got fancy lands too. I think I'm in trouble. My land's far from fancy. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste that. Just attack. Attack. This is a good card for limited. I mean, it's 3/3 for 3 with this kind of upside to it. I mean, I don't hate that. Alright, we can get rid of that. I think we should. Opponent wants this. Sure. Very good play. I mean, they could get some value there. Okay. They could get some value there, but this would tempo them a little bit. Yeah, we need to land. Question is, can we put them away? They got a grip full of cards. Okay, okay. If that's how they want to use their turn, I'm okay with that. Let's get in the air. Yeah. We definitely want that on top. Yeah, I say we keep that. We just keep the heat. I mean, if they play a creature, that's back again. They're gonna draw. Play a second card. Okay, they don't want to lose. Well. Yeah, I'll keep the heat right now. And turn. Opponent's got 4 mana. They got a flyer. I say we just go. They can do some trades here and stuff, but they're gonna be on the losing end, and we got stuff to play, so yeah. We can make this a 3/3. Let's just do that. Now, this would be a good thing normally to warp, but in this situation, I think we need to have the board presence. I'd rather go wide than tall right now. My opponent's got stuff. This has trample. Can't warp and play it, unfortunately, but trample the sky. So if I attack with this, they block, they block, they block. They come out with a 4/4, we come out with these 2 creatures. But these tokens go somewhere else. So yeah. Or these +1/+1 counters, I mean, go somewhere else. Oh, they... Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Now we got a 6/5 and a 4/6. They gotta land. One card in hand. They got mana to play something. If they have a flyer. A flying artifact that would create the 2/2 robot. That would save them a turn. Yeah, it's not flying. They can tap a creature though, is that the deal? Put a stun counter on it? That's cute. Okay. Uh-huh. This is a 6/5 trampler, but it's not enough. I mean, they have to block it. They're gonna lose the 4/4 in the process. They have 3 of these things, so they can blow this thing up. I think I have to attack. Yep. Play this. Put a token on it. Your opponents, I mean, we haven't won this yet. I mean, they can still play this and lock down my flyer another turn. I mean, they can blow up the flyer with it, right? These hit creatures, right? Yeah, any target. Oh, it has to leave play, though. Oh, hang on. Well, maybe they can't. They have to sack. Use that as a sorcery. Okay. I passed. I should have buffed my 3/3. Now they got a blocker. This game got drawn out. Thanks, shows. I totally hit the advance button to the end. I tried to stop it, but it didn't happen. I could have pumped it twice. It would have been a 5/5. I mean, you can't get the damage across, but still. Yeah. Well. Now I think we're behind, even though we have 16 life. Like, they can keep doing that with the munition, and we're kind of in trouble. Got another flyer. they can blow it up. What do we got here? Another trampled creature, but too little too late on that front. We need to get rid of that, is what we need. So all they have to do is sack one of these, which does any of this do that? Probably. Exile an artifact from your graveyard. Maybe not. Oh, there. No, that one does. Yeah, sacrifice to draw a card. That's the engine of this whole deck. So blow this up. It actually needs one more to station. So actually doing it that way, even though it wasn't intentional, was probably the smarter thing to do. What do we got here? They have a card in hand. They're attacking 5. I'm going to take it. I don't want to lose any of... If I lose that 4/6, it's game over. They can hit me for 2, put me to 2. But if they do that, I think they lose. Oh, they can hit me for 2 twice. Oh, that's that. I didn't see that also sacked. Okay, well, there you have it. This is Final Fantasy all over again. Isn't this what happened last week? We were up 2-1, and then we almost won a game. We got the opponent down to like 2, and we lost. Then we lost the next one. I'm not upset about that though. It was a good deck, and it was interesting to see. So, yeah. Good to know that those cards exist and they can do that. But that 2 casting cost red artifact creature, I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, that really just kind of ran the engine for that deck. So even though they fell behind, that was like the mill deck last week. Remember, we got them down to like a couple life, and then they just milled us. They started playing. We couldn't get by with the last couple points of damage, and their deck started going off. Seems like there's more of that in the draft space now, where they have decks that start off slow, but they can, if they actually get going, they just sort of truck, which is, I think, kind of cool. But yeah, we still got another loss to give, right? And we are going first, so a little more expensive of a hand here. So I'm hoping we draw something small. 1/1 death. Well, there's a 3-drop at least. Oh, and well, I can warp. This is when warp really shines, I suppose. Okay, this is not a thing for us right now. So this has got to go away, but we'll take the land. Yeah, if we could have hit a removal spell before it was too late, we could have won that last game, but just didn't happen. That was fine. Alright. I like this. It gives us a lander token. I could have played this last turn, but I also feel like I'll take the 1, and we went first, so maybe we're gonna fall too far behind, but anything we do, like, we can grow these things. I like that we can get trample on stuff. We have to get rid of yeah, that's a thing. I mean, that's just a thing. We do have to get rid of the death touch creature, or else we're just gonna be spinning our wheels, so let's do that. So now the question is, do we just want to go for this? Because it would have to be a 2-for-1 if they block. I say we do. They took it. That's cool. So they're playing Rakdos, so what's this thing do? Okay. What do we want to get rid of? We have this, so I think we can pitch our land pretty safely. Be nice to draw land, but we'll see. Yup. We did draw land. So now we can go whale, or we could go with this. I say we go whale, because then we can pump the whale with the other card and give it trample. It's also surveils. Lost in space is good. We kind of need lands, but I know I can get one. We have this play next turn. We want lands for that. We're a little bit off that. But if we have plays, I'm just going to keep those. And if they want a 2-for-1, I could offer it. What I missed there. Oh, yeah, I'm done. They'll get them a lander token. They don't want to lose it earlier, though. Seemed like they wanted some board presence. I might hold that back. That way, we kind of hold the cards if they attack. They won't attack right now with these. They might attack with this, but if they have something in their hand, but oh, they just took that. Okay. Can they sack it? I take it that's a whatchamacallit. Yeah, they can sack it. Well, it's gonna be another glorious 3-2. Alright, let's see here. We need board presence, but we kinda need a land, so I think what I'm gonna do is just play this. Less than space is next, but it's not really that great here because there's no one creature I'm too worried about. So let's shuffle it away. Let's get the land. They can attack for 2, put us at 10. You know, the Rakdos Flyers, right? Whenever this creature enters. Okay, graveyard hands at the beginning of your end step of an ally permanent left on the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn. So it's kind of okay. Well, not this turn, but in the future it could get better. Oh no, they did void. Oh, okay. Yes, they did. Okay. Yep. No flyers, so we're going to be taking 5. I have to hold these 2 back to keep these at bay. Or at least, well, probably should. Because they could have a removal spell. Even if I play 1 creature, the other one could be an issue. Play the bigger creature here, I think. I'll spread that out. So, I'm 1 land off that, for what it's worth at this point, but just sitting here, I'm not gonna, probably should just attack. They could have had a removal spell. They're gonna play the Death Touch now, which is really gonna gum things up even more. Yup. Yeah, so that's game. Probably should have attacked. It wouldn't have made much of a difference, but but I got nothing for those flyers. Could have tempoed a turn with Lust in Space, but unless something came up beyond that. Oh well. 3 and 2. Yikes. Yikes. Although I don't feel as bad about that, because this is the first time I played this set. Now when we were going 3 and 2, the 3rd time we played Final Fantasy, that didn't feel great. But interesting. Like, interesting format. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it. I liked the spacecraft. I mean, it didn't come into play that much for us, or for our opponents. But I thought that was kind of cool. I liked our deck overall. Again, like Final Fantasy, it felt like there's some really tight synergies, though, if you get the right cards. Because we did see that, at least in that one game, where our opponent was able to go down to 2 and then just get the engine going. So, yeah, I mean, I'll have to play more of this and kind of see how I feel about it. But so far, like, I liked that draft. I thought it was pretty cool. Gotta start winning more, though, right? Yeah, it's kind of like at some point we gotta start getting a little better at this. But like I said, I mean, it's not like I'm putting the time in, unfortunately. But maybe this week I'll have some time. If I can like go through and look at some of these cards, get to know them a little better, that will help a lot. So yeah. Yeah, thanks, Joseph. Yeah, it was fun. Like, the deck was fun. It was good. Like, it wasn't doing anything crazy broken, but like it held its own in some close games, and it was decent. So I feel like our Simic Signpost card was kind of underwhelming, because I do think some of the Signpost cards from what I saw during previews seemed like they were actually pretty strong. That one, like, if you went late in the game, it was good, and you had the mana to throw at it, but you really had to be dedicated to ramp, and our deck wasn't really dedicated to ramp. It had a little bit of ramp. We weren't really trying to ramp in anything huge or anything. We had that 1/7 drop, but that was kind of it. But if you had like a real ramp strategy, yeah, it'd be good. It'd be a good Signpost uncommon, but it felt like in our deck maybe it was kind of doing nothing. But yeah, so that's that though. I just want to thank you all for joining us. Before I go, just another fast reminder to check out Flipside Gaming. you can get your Edge of Eternities there. You can get you can pre-order Spider-Man right now, and they have lots of other stuff too. I think I believe they still have Final Fantasy actually, or some Final Fantasy. And yeah, and they have things beyond Magic as well too, if you're interested in that. So definitely check it out. Thanks, Joseph. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Teferi, thank you for stopping by too. It's good to see you. I always appreciate when you all stop by and for the stream, because like I said, I need more practice at draft. I am out of practice, especially with these new sets, but it's fun to just hang out, play, talk about some stuff, so I appreciate y'all joining for sure. And I've had fun doing this, so like part of me is kind of like like I don't make as much money doing a stream on Sunday as opposed to another video, but I'm really having a good time with it. So maybe for right now. I mean, some weeks I may have to do 2 videos if like there's a ton of card spiking or something. I might have to just go and do a second market watch. But if not, like I kind of like doing this, so yeah, so I guess that's the plan, at least for right now. But anyway, thank you all again. I appreciate everything, and I will be back on Saturday with another market watch, and we will have Edge of Eternities cards in that one, because it will be a week since more than a week when the set came out. So so that'll be exciting. Have a great day, Joseph. Thank you very much. Whoop, my computer's doing weird stuff. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Joseph. Trying to read the chat. It's doing stuff. My second screen, not having it. All right, but yes, thank you, Joseph. Thank you again to Ferry. And I will talk to you all Saturday for sure. So have a great day.